Are you following the All Blacks or the Wallabies? Stick around, I'll share my insights for a game that went down to the wire in Sydney for Bledisloe 1. Hey everyone, it's Coach H here. You've found Inspired by Union, a channel where I discuss Southern Hemisphere rugby. Let's dive right in. Well, a tight fair going to the All Blacks by way of a 31 points to 28 victory. They got off to a flying start. They were out of the blocks and try time within 90 seconds. The All Blacks, they got into their attacking shape early. They started to get passes out the back door that opened space, found the Australian defenders wanting at times. And when Ioane and Clark had chipped in, it looked like it was going to be a long day at the office for Wallabies supporters. The Australians, they fought back. They were able to relieve pressure, and Fraser McWright, with a neat little line-out move, he was able to go over the line untouched. There was a moment that perhaps showed the approach from either side for the first 60 minutes of this game at least, and that was a loose ball being pounced on by Sam Cane while three gold jerseys around him failed to respond. The Australians, their defensive line was quite passive. However, when they did have a player to make a tackle, they didn't stick with it. Whatever Joe Schmidt said at halftime worked a treat. And when they rolled on the cavalry in terms of Lukan Salakaia-Loto and Langi Gleeson, the forward scope of the game changed. The Wallabies were able to get their head and shoulders through defenders, and they were able to put the All Blacks on the back foot and generate quick ball. Questions were asked, and the All Blacks suffered under the pressure. None more so than when Anton Linnett-Brown was sent for a yellow card under a team warning. The All Blacks, they looked to shut up shop. From their first scrum, they had a strike move, and then their forwards got into their ball carrying, trying to limit the minutes on the clock. The Australians, they rolled the dice and they chased this game hard. A try to Tom Wright brought the equation back within 3. But it was the All Blacks. They were able to survive this encounter and they retained the Bledisloe Cup. It's been over 20 years now since Australia's held on to the Bledisloe Cup. I'd like to see perhaps both unions come to agreement to change this format, perhaps even any time that these two sides play each other, the cup's on the line. So questions for either side as they face off again in Wellington this week. For the Australians, do they look to start Lukan Salakaia-Loto and add that impetus to the pack right from the get-go? Noah Lolesio, he's been persevered with by Joe Schmidt as his number 110. I'm not sure that he's quite grown into the role as yet. For the All Blacks, similar position with their 10. Damien McKenzie, obviously super talented and an absolute running threat with ball in hand. However, it's his game management that I believe is letting the All Blacks down. Jordie Barrett, he looks to have suffered a medial tear. He could be out for the next month at least. Where did the All Blacks go in midfield? I'd love to see Billy Proctor get an opportunity at home in Wellington. Sam Cane, a divisive figure among many All Black fans, he possibly gets to rack up his 100th test in the All Blacks jersey. This is a guy that's been hospitalised for the cause. I wouldn't begrudge him getting his 100th cap this week. The All Blacks across the Rugby Championship, they've failed to score a point past the 60th minute mark. This is something that fans and the All Blacks themselves are talking about. For me, this game could have gotten away from the Wallabies. The All Blacks had a couple of opportunities that really would have opened up the scoreboard, particularly the try to Ratima that was disallowed after a forward pass by McKenzie. For the Wallabies, I really need to see them back up for 2 weeks in a row, roll their sleeves up and get to work. I'm Coach H. You've been watching Inspired by Union.